I read about 30 books, including like a couple novellas last year. Since I never did a wrap up of my reading for 2024, here she is. So I'm just going to go through start to finish just because that's easier for me in my ADHD having brain, which is fine. The first thing I read in 2024, technically I started it in 2023, but I finished it in 2024. And this is the book that got me back into reading. It's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I believe I rated this 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. Obviously, got me back into reading. I liked Pip. I liked Ravi. I liked all of the side characters. I thought it was a good time. There's a couple twists and turns in there, it's good. I liked it. The next book I read, I don't have a physical copy of, and it's My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I rated it 4 stars, I believe. I used to be very into like vampire books as a teenager, so I was like, this looks interesting. Let's try it out. And I did like it, and it was good. It just is a little slow at the start, but that's fine. It's fine. You got to build to the good stuff, right? Next, I read all 3 of the Dreamland Billionaire series. I started obviously with the fine print. I liked it so much that I tabbed it. I would say this one's my favorite book out of the whole series. I like the billionaire romance type books. I think it's cute. The second is Terms and Conditions. I like this one less than the first one, but it was also still really good. I believe this one was 4 stars, maybe. It's a marriage of convenience, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I thought it was interesting. Like, you get married because it makes sense, and then you end up falling anyways. So, like, come on. And the third one out of the series was Final Offer. I did like this more than the second one, but probably not as much as the first one. I liked Cal and Alana's story, and I liked that it was kind of like a second chance type romance book. I like the fact that she has a kid. I think that that's really cute. I feel like when guys are like good with other people's kids, it like draws me in. You know what I mean? I feel like that just makes it so much better. Is that weird? I don't know. Then the next one, I decided to continue in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and I read Good Girl Bad Blood. I definitely didn't enjoy this as much as the first one. Maybe it's just because like the first one like hit me so hard. It was so good. I maybe rated this 4 stars, 3 stars. I don't know. I don't think the next 2 books in this series needed to happen, but like that's fine. I said what I said. It's okay. I tried to read the 3rd book and I did not finish it. It's fine. I love when the sun stops sunning. But that's fine. This book was okay. It was fine. I liked this a lot more, obviously, than the 3rd one. This was fine. Like I said, you probably could have just done the first one and not continued the series because honestly, I don't think it needed to be a series. All right, the next one is a book club pick. And it was the first book that me and my friends who made like our own little book club decided to pick. And to be completely honest, we all kind of went in blind. Not even mad about it. We read Credence by Penelope Douglas. I know a lot of people don't like this book, but you know what? I liked her a lot. I liked her so much that there's a couple tabs. And I was going to finish tabbing it, but I didn't. It's taboo. It's it's found family. She's not actually related to them, okay? It's fine. Like I don't anyways. I'm not going to get angry about it. It's okay. Moving on. Definitely if you decide to read this, you could check your trigger warnings, but like it's not that bad. People make it way worse than it is. Okay, the next 2 books are ones that I don't physically have. And the first one is the first book like of the Mindfuck series because on Kindle Unlimited you have to do each of the book, not the whole big honker of a book, you get me? And that's The Risk, I think it was called, by S.T. Abbey. Uh, it was okay. I know everybody raves about it, but, like, it was alright. I might continue reading it, and I might love it more than just the first one, but that's fine. I just never did. I think I rated the first book out of the book 3 stars. The concept of it drew me in more than the actual book did, and it just fell a little flat for me, and I know people like it a lot, but that's fine. Maybe I'll try it again. Convince me to try it again. It's okay. The next one after that is literally like a little baby novella, and it is The Gift by Frida McFadden. That was my first ever book of Frida's. It was okay. I think I rated it 4 stars. It was weird. It was fine. It was during Christmas time. It was like kind of mind fucky, but like isn't most of Frida's books? Like isn't that like her thing? I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. It made me want to read more of her books, so that's fine. The next one, I totally forgot I even had it on my shelf when I went looking for all of the books. Because I didn't have the physical book when I read it last time because I listened to the graphic audio of it. And that's A Court of Thorns and Roses. I did not like this book at all, but that's fine. It was okay. Like the last this much was okay. Wait, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, so I listened to it, the graphic audio of it to be able to get through reading it because I knew that if you read the first one and you're like this sucks, the rest of them get better. I loved the rest of the books. I read it this year, not last year. I liked the start of Feyre's story. It is what it is. If you like this book, you do you. All right, the next one is my continuance of how much I liked Lauren Asher from the Dreamland Billionaire series. So I started her next series after that, which the Lakefront Billionaire series. So this is the first one in that Love Redesigned. It did not need to be this long at all. I did not like this as much as I like Dreamland Billionaires. Like maybe I just like am not like just a regular romance type of person because like I feel like the Dreamland Billionaire series was more like billionaire series and this like I know it's lakefront billionaires but like it doesn't seem like that, but that's fine. Julian and Dahlia's story was okay. I didn't hate it, but like I said, it is long for no reason. Sorry, I had to turn my lights on because the sun's being temperamental, which is fine. The next book is one I also don't have a physical copy of because I hated it. And that book is Five Survive by Holly Jackson. I was so let down and disappointed by this book because, like I said, I absolutely loved Good Girl's Guide to Murder. But this book, oh my God. I tried to read it on my Kindle and I could not get through it. But I had to finish reading it because I told my husband to read it with me. And he was listening to it and he said it was really bad. And he told me since he finished it, I had to also. So it should have been a DNF. It was so bad. But I ended up stopped like physically reading it and listening to it. And it was just as bad. It just, I don't know if the main character in the book was just so not relatable or what. Like, she's so like ADHD stricken, and like it's said that many times throughout the book. Her inner dialogue is literally insufferable, and I just can't. It's like literally like, oh, such and such is doing blah blah blah. Oh, the curtains. Oh, the weird print. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, stop. I could not. It was bad. It was not good. It was predictable. I wish I could rate it 0 stars, but that's fine. I know people liked it. It was just not it for me. Here is the time in the year when I started to branch off from my usual romance mystery, and I started my very first fantasy book, and that is Fourth Wing. She is the best book. She is my favorite book. She is Infinity Stars good. And I know people like to hate sometimes because it's a popular book and it's overhyped, but I'm not even going to lie. I don't think that at all. I loved it so much. It was my introduction into romantasy, I would say, where I really fell in love with it. I loved the characters. I love Violet. I love Xaden. I cannot tell you how obsessed I am with it. I liked Violet's character and how she has like brittle bone syndrome, basically. And she's like easily breakable. And she had to go into the Riders Quadrant. And she overcame all this shit and basically became one of the most powerful riders there is. Like, I loved it. It's so good. Like, this is my favorite book. And I have technically reread this a couple of times. I've listened to the regular audio, I've listened to the graphic audio, I've reread it. My husband has read it. This is also one of his favorite books. He loves the Empyrean series, as do I. We literally sit in the car and we'll listen to the graphic audio on our way to town or whatever because we enjoy it both very much. And we have multiple copies of this, including like a fancy ass copy. I loved Fourth Wing so much that my daughter's middle name is Violet. So, dedication, you know? She's just chef's kiss, my favorite book in the entire world. I'm not even gonna like try to. I digress. Continuing with the Empyrean series, Iron Flame, because of the cliffhanger in Fourth Wing, you had to just jump right into the next book. You couldn't start anything else. Trust me, I tried. I didn't like this as much as I liked Fourth Wing, and I liked Fourth Wing a lot. But like, this is still, I would say, a 4.5 stars. It was still good, but some of it I found a little boring, and I know it's like setting stuff up for stuff that happens later on in the book. Like, it felt like it was two different books, and don't get me wrong, it pretty much was. The first half of it was basically a whole different book. They're still at the school dealing with stuff there, and the second half of the book is something completely different. So much happens. I would say I liked the last half of the book more than I liked the first half of the book. It is very long, but again, I still read this and listened to the graphic audio and the audiobook and stuff because I did like it. I like the universe. I like Violet and Xaden. I just can't get enough of them. And then after that, I jumped right into, I would say, probably one of my favorite romance series. I would say, if not my favorite romance series so far that I've read. And that is the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. And obviously, I started it with Consider Me. I rated this a 4 stars. I liked their story. I thought it was very cute. I didn't like this one as much as I liked the other books, I would say. It was still really good. It is another one that I'm like, did it need to be this long? I just felt like it dragged on to the point where I'm like, what? But I do love it. I still really, really enjoyed it. The second book out of the series, I would say, is one of my favorite romances, and that is Play With Me. I love Garrett and Jenny's story. I think it's so good. It's so funny. It's so, ugh. This one's obviously 5 stars. It's like brother's best friend type shit. I think I like that. Eat it right up. It's great. My next read after that was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which was technically my first like bigger book from Frida McFadden, not just a novella. I did really like this. I found it kind of slow in the beginning, but like I said, shit happens, and then you're just along for the ride, and it's just so much is going on. I started reading this on my Kindle, and then I listened to the rest of it, and it was like it was at that point where you almost need to pick up the book while you're listening to read to like actually like be like, that's actually what's happening on the page. You know what I mean? Shit was going on and happening, and you're just like, can't fully process it. I don't know how else to explain it. She was a 4 stars. I did like it. Next was technically another book club pick, but I did enjoy it a lot, and that is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. I really liked the first one. I haven't read the rest of them yet out of the series. I need to. I liked Rowan and I like Sloane. I think they're cute. They're a little murderous, but like they have their thing, you know? I think like the first chapter of this book really drew me in. It grabbed you, you know? It's a dark rom com, I would say, because it's hilarious, but it's like dark and murderous and cannibalistic, and it makes me not want to eat cookies and cream ice cream anymore because, like, if you know, you know. And then I finished out the Playing for Keeps series that were out at that time with Unravel Me, which is Adam and Rosie's story. It is very cute. Also, it's like definitely pulls at your heartstrings a lot more, I feel like, than the other ones did. Again, I like the fact that she has a kid. I don't know. There's something about a love story when the girl has a kid and the guy basically is like, this is also my kid now, that just like pulls at my heartstrings, and it just gives me the warm fuzzies, you know? This one was also 4 stars, I would say. It was also very good. It was cute. I still have to read the next one. It is on my TBR cart here to read. It has a bookmark in it because I started it and then got distracted. But I have to read it. And then the Breathe With Me, the next one, which is Kara and Emmett's story. And I'm so excited for it. And I know it's going to be emotional and I'm going to cry. So I'm prepared. That comes out in the fall. Excited. The next 4 are all part of a series as well. And I read them back to back to back to back to back. And I don't have the physical books. I wish I did. I just don't have them yet. I need to get them. And that is the Vicious Lost Boys series by Nikki St. Crow. It is The Never King, The Dark One, Their Vicious Darling, and The Fae Princes. Those are all 4 of the books in the series. They are small books, but like they're packed with shit that happens. It's so much. I would say that was also one of my favorite series from last year that I really enjoyed as well. And I feel like not a lot of people know about it, but like I highly, highly recommend it. It's like a Peter Pan type retelling. It's a darker romantic fantasy type series. So like make sure you check your triggers because like it is a little bit dark. It's honestly not that bad. The Darling women get abducted on their 18th birthday. They go to Neverland and they always come back changed. My girl Winnie was not going to come back changed. She was going to show Peter and the Lost Boys what she's made of. I would say literally my first crush from like a movie that I can remember was Jeremy Sumpter from the live action Peter Pan that came out in like the early 2000s. And I feel like just like that love for Peter Pan really threw up into that book and just made me like love it so much more. Maybe that's why I like it so much, because I liked Peter Pan like that growing up. If you haven't read those books, go read them. You will not be sorry. So the next 2 books are also part of a series, the first 2 books in the series, and that is Lightlark and Nightbane by Alex Astor. I will say this series let me down. I'm not going to lie. I didn't hate Lightlark. The idea of the book and the concept of the book drew me in, and I thought it was very interesting. I like the idea of all the little different islands and like all of their little powers and stuff. I thought that was cool. I like the idea that they each have a curse and the games to try and break said curse. I thought that was really interesting, but it fell flat for me. It wasn't terrible. I know a lot of people like it, but I was just confused. I felt like there was a lot left unsaid and it was like rushed at the ending. Hey, look, the sun's coming back. I was hoping that the second one would make it better. You know what? People said that this one was better than the first one. Boy, did they lie. This one was worse than the first one. It was just confusing. Like, I felt like there was things that were said in the book and then they were never mentioned again. Like, it's confusing. There's plot holes. It's not great. Like I said, I liked the first book, but the fact that the second book is as bad as I thought that it was, I'm just saying. My husband has read the third book and he says that it kind of does make up for things that confuses the heck out of you in the second. So, like, we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I doubt it. That is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. I think that's how you say it. I hope that's how you say it. I think I rated this either 3 or 4 stars. It wasn't my fave, but it was like not bad. I did like that it is set in like Victorian era. I think it's really cool when fantasy books like that are set in like time periods and like the fantasy element of it kind of reflects that. Like in that Victorian area, there would have been people that you thought were witches, right? Like that was like a thing. So like it kind of correlates to that. And I think that's a neat idea. Like I liked the idea of it. I liked the concept of the book, but I felt like it dragged on. Maybe if people liked more of a slow burn, and maybe that's just me, I am impatient AF, so maybe that's why. But maybe it's just not my cup of tea. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I've seen lots of people say how much they liked it. Maybe I'll give the second book a try. All right, the next 2 are also part of a series, and I haven't read the third book yet. It's also on my TBR cart. The Ravenhood series, it's Flock and Exodus. I did start the finish line. I'm a decent amount of the way through of it. Oh, I don't even have it. It's on my Kindle. That's fine. I liked this one a lot. Maybe the second one a little bit less. I liked the first half of the second one. Flock is very good. I'm a sucker for a good reverse harem why choose. So like this book ate it up. So good. Loved it. This book also very good, but made me want to cry my eyeballs out. Like I did cry my eye. Like I literally, you have no idea. When people are like, this series is sad, they weren't playing around. I feel like that should be in the trigger warning list. Do you want to feel emotionally drained? Read these. But also, definitely read these because they're good and I like them. And yeah, just read them. Read them. I need to finish the third one. The next one is another Penelope Douglas book because I'm not even going to lie, I will probably read almost anything that she writes, and that's Five Brothers. I had pre-ordered this, like I was anticipating this like literally most of the year, like as soon as it was announced, because I loved Credence so much. I wish this was a why choose. It's not. That's fine. I know that technically you could read Trist 6 Venom before this. I didn't. That's fine. I didn't know that you were supposed to or could. It's not that confusing without reading it. I liked all of the brothers. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm 100% a Macon girly. Don't even care. Loved him. And again, I will probably read almost anything Penelope Douglas comes out with because she just knows how to write a damn good book that's a damn good time. I said what I said. The last 2 books I don't physically have also, and they are also part of a series that I have not finished. And they are Pucking Around and That One Night by Emily Rath. So it's the first book and then technically the novella you're supposed to read before the book. I read both of those. I will say Pucking Around is a big book. It's a big book for being a sports spicy romance book. But like, don't get me wrong, I feel like there was never a lull in it that I'm like, oh, this is annoying and boring. Because it wasn't that bad. I've really enjoyed it. And I know that it's kind of just one of those books that you're like, they're basically just fucking the whole time. But like, there's not. There's like character development and stuff like that. Like, it was a good time. It's probably not for everybody, but like, that's fine. Because like I said, why choose reverse harem? Eat that shit right the fuck up. I read Pucking Around and I read the novella before it. The novella before it was literally just like getting to the story. You probably don't have to read it, but like, I would read it. It's not long. It's a novella, obviously. It's not long. It's literally just how the two main characters in the beginning met. It gets into the rest of the story of like Rachel and how she comes to meet the 3 dudes that she ends up being with. And they're all on the same hockey team. And she's the physiotherapist for the hockey team, basically. I think that's technically what she is. But yeah, it was a good time. I didn't not like it. But like, if you don't like a book that's basically just a spicy book, it's probably not for you. That is my 2024 reading wrap up. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow my Bookstagram account and my Book Talk account. You could follow me on Goodreads to see what I'm reading. Let's be book besties. Okay, thanks. Bye.